Hello, friends. Today we are let's discuss about what are the possible problems and how to reach to the root cause of the problems. So before we jump into resolving any problem, it is very important to know that why this problem has come. Is it a symptom of a bigger problem or it's just a problem in itself? That we don't understand until we go into the deep root cause of the problem. So we have to always look for the root cause because if you solve the symptom, it might surface again unless you resolve the root cause. So now let's get into this. Finding the root cause of any problem is no less than a detective work. Okay. So, what you have to do to find the root cause of the problem? First, we have to define the problem. It must be very specific. It must be very clearly defined, not vaguely. So the root, the root cause must not be like, I hate my job, but something specific like, why do I feel exhausted after every project? Okay. So just for adding some humor, if you're Sherlock Holmes, you don't say, there is a bad vibe in London. A peculiar, but you would rather say a peculiar case involving the missing tea biscuits. It was just a fun part. So define the problem clearly. Okay. And how do you do it? It's not just in your mind. Please put that on the paper where your eyes can see that problem in the form of words. It's very important because everyone has got hundreds of things on your mind. So you will forget it eventually. Or you might go in a totally different direction instead of finding the root cause of that problem. Then the next thing what you have to do for finding the root cause of the problem. So now ask the five whys. Five WHYS. So think that you're a 5-year-old. If you want to explain a 5-year-old some concept, how do you explain? For suppose kids love asking why every 5 seconds. So for example, for any problem, like why am I always working late? Because my tasks take longer than expected. Then why do they take longer? Because I get distracted. Why do I get distracted? Because I keep checking cat videos on YouTube. So this might find funny, but this is what it does. Okay, you will after repeatedly you ask why, you will get the answer. Okay, so at one point you don't have any other whys. Okay, then the third one, look for patterns. If something is surfacing again and again, there is a pattern to it. If it is a pattern, then definitely you have not resolved the root cause of the problem. You have just addressed the symptoms. Okay. So it's like identifying the common thread of a mystery novel. So is this problem happening frequently? Maybe every Monday you feel overwhelmed, or every Friday you're chasing deadlines. So spot the trends, find the pattern, and you'll start to see where the real issue is. And for a fun, if the pattern includes annoying coworker emails, you might need a spam filter. Then the fourth one. pinpoint the symptoms. When I say symptoms, not the side effects of too much coffee. Separate the symptoms of the problem from the actual cause. If you are constantly tired, it is the workload, or is it because you are binge watching Netflix until late night? Often the symptoms distract you from the real cause. Our brain is very tricky. It can make you think what you want to think, or it can make you see where there is nothing to see. Then the fifth one, get feedback. Ask for outside help if you need. Sometimes when you're too close to the problem, you cannot see it. For example, here's the pen. If you keep it too close to your eyes, you cannot see the exact pen, what it is. So sometimes you need to distance yourself from the problem to look what is going on. If you are in between it, you can not find out. So you can ask some other person to look into this from the outer edge. If you are inside the problem circle, you cannot see it. Only if you, when you step from that circle, you can see it. But if it is not possible, you need to cultivate it over a period of time. But for time being, if it is not possible, please ask the help of someone whom you trust. Okay. Then the fishbone diagram. So it's like drawing a fishbone diagram, which is also known as Ishikawa diagram. It looks like a fish skeleton, and it helps you to categorize the causes of the problem into sections like process, people, environment. So it's a visual way to figure out what's really going on. Okay. Then the seventh one, time travel. So growing up as kids, we all had some fantasy. No, we would have read a fantasy novel, or we would have watched some serials on the TV which might have depicted the time travel. So, what is this time travel in how a problem occurs? So, you might want to go back and think when it first appeared. It's a little bit difficult to remember, but if you sit at a quiet place, close your eyes, and then focus your energy on how, when did this first appear, or you can, whatever you remember first, you can think whether something before that happened or afterwards something happened. So this way you can see where it emerged. What was the time? What were you doing at that time that this problem came into light? Okay. So this is about the time travel. Then the eighth one, examine your assumptions. We assume lot many things when we are working. I'm not saying it's totally wrong, but sometimes your one assumption might take your actual task at focus away from the task. Like you assumed something which is little bit distance from the actual thing. Then this assumption led to this led to this. So ultimately, there is a long gap between what you wanted to do and what you are doing. So this might be the problem sometimes. So you have to break the illusions and come to the facts. Your assumptions are like a friend who says, trust me, I know a shortcut. Then what happens? You get lost. Ninth one, test solutions. Sometimes you have to do a bit of trial and error to see the potential solutions. Implement a small change like setting boundaries for when you want to check emails or delegating tasks better. So if the problem starts to fade, nothing like that. And celebrate small wins. If you have found the root cause of the problem and if you think you won finding the solution, just celebrate. Go for a coffee. Go for a go with a friend to have that favorite pastry of yours. It's just a small gesture to show yourself that you achieved something today. So, the final thoughts. The working professionals often find that they are stuck in a cycle of stress, burnout, or frustration. The key to breaking out from this is addressing the symptoms like why you're feeling tired or why you're feeling overwhelmed lately. But digging deeper to find the root cause is always the solution. By following the above steps, you'll not only become good at finding the problems, but at a later stage, they always say, right, prevention is better than cure. So don't allow the problems to come. If you have, if you keep a regular check on how you're doing, then they will eventually decrease. I would not say they will completely disappear, but the thing is, you can catch on them in a very early time. So in my next video, I'll be telling about some tools on how to approach the problem solving. So see you there. And I'm Vijaya Parvat Reddy. I bring to you the Effortless Growth Launchpad, which is very helpful for working professionals to grow in their career. Here, I just don't address the problems in a physical way, but prepare your mindset in the background so that you can handle everything you are faced with. Life has got its own challenges, its own problems. So, I'm not here to solve your problem. I'm here to make you empower yourself to handle those problems, not just in your professional life, but also in your personal life. So, if you think you have got some work problem or you have got some personal problem, and you might feel that I don't have a way out of it. I must lose this if I want that. If you are in this dilemma, please book a one-to-one clarity call with me. The link for the same is available in the description of this video, and we will take up from there how to resolve your problems or how to make you empowered and handle your own problems by yourself. Till then, see you. Thank you for watching this video.